Sometimes when I'm out fishing on the lake, I have a lot of time of inactivity. In other words, I'm not catching bass or trout or whatever, cast after cast after cast. I might catch one every hour, and that's a good day. I was out the other day and I caught 0 in 5 hours, 0. I had a couple hits, but like my dad says, you can't fry a hit, so no big deal. But anyway, when I'm out there with all this spare time, I tend to contemplate things. And last week I was contemplating the crucifixion. And wondering, why were the Romans so harsh about this? Why did they make such gruesome punishments? And then I realized or remembered that back in those days, if you committed a crime, you would probably get away with it because there wasn't the reporting mechanisms, the communications that we have today. In other words, you steal something from somebody, they can't just call that in right away and have the police come out and investigate and call a bunch of friends. It all had to be done manually, in person. So it was very difficult for people in ancient days, and even up and just until basically the 19th century, it was very difficult to catch people. So what they did instead was they would make the punishments extremely gruesome, as if to say, yeah, you can go ahead and probably get away with the crime, but if we catch you, it's going to be very, very tough for you. So this was used as a deterrent. And they also made these punishments very, very public, almost where they would advertise them to say, hey, come to this particular execution, and it would be, kind of like a good time for all. And that's what the crucifixion was like, I would imagine, at that time. Very public event, a lot of people there, and this particular crucifixion was going to be extremely well attended because it was Jesus dying on one of those 3 crosses. And Jesus was extremely well known all throughout the region by both the Jews and the Romans. So, by virtue of his miracles and raising Lazarus from the dead, and this was not done in a closet, this was done out in the open. So, very popular event. They probably had street vendors there selling stuff, and it was, quite a spectacle. So Jesus was not alone here, of course. There were 2 other people that were scheduled to be executed that day, and the one was to the left of Jesus, that was Gestas, and the one to the right, well, we call him Dismas. At least that's what lore has in it, that these people had names. I don't know if that was a real name, doesn't matter. But that's how we'll refer to them now. And the person to the left of Jesus, Gestas, he had what I thought was a strange response, especially in light of the situation, which was the situation of Dismas too, in that he's got nothing going on in his life. His life is basically over. He is about to die within the next few hours, probably, if not sooner. So what does he have to gain by mocking Christ, who had claimed that he was the Son of God, that he was actually God in the flesh? What in the world would he have to gain? Is he going to gain popularity? Maybe, but what does that popularity even buy him? So for him to be mocking Jesus, I don't know, maybe he was just uncomfortable. I mean, obviously he's uncomfortable. He's on the cross. He's got nails to his hands, nails to his feet. But still, he could have had the response like Dismas to his right, who probably thought to himself, hey, I don't have anything to lose. Why don't I believe in Christ? And said to Jesus, Lord, remember me this day when you go to your kingdom, or something to that effect. In any case, Jesus recognized that and said to Dismas, this day you will be with me in paradise. And he had obviously the power to say that. But it just made me think about, people who either just don't have anything going on in their life, or their life is about to end at any time for whatever reason. It could be an advanced stage of a disease, or it could be just old age, or whatever it is. What prevents them from trying or believing in Christ? What prevents them from following Christ? And I don't really know the answer to that. It just seems like some people will, like Dismas, and some people won't, like Gestas, even though they have nothing to lose by following Christ and everything. If Christ is telling the truth, they have everything to gain.